Vast chasm between communicating clearly and desperately justifying your existence. If you find yourself composing paragraphs to explain a delayed text, or detailing your reasoning for a simple decision, you've already stepped onto shaky ground. The smart man's approach: he is concise and direct. If a woman asks, "Why didn't you text back?" he doesn't launch into a novel about his stressful day. He might say, "Tied up with work," or simply, "I was busy." The key isn't the words, but the energy behind them: calm, assured, and unapologetic about having a life. The psychology: constant explaining is a scent of insecurity. It signals that you need her approval to feel validated. Power dynamic shifts. True confidence is quiet. It doesn't beg to be understood, it assumes its own validity. The balance: mystery fuels attraction, clarity builds trust. Over-explaining destroys both. State your truth with conviction, then let it stand. If she respects you, she won't demand a play-by-play. If she doesn't, no amount of 2. Don't chase, attract. Pursuit is intentional and directed. Chasing is frantic and desperate. The second you start bending over backwards, giving unearned attention, or altering your schedule just to impress, you have entered the chase. And it's transparent. The smart man's approach: he invests energy where it is reciprocated. He will initiate and plan, but he never doubles down on indifference. If she's consistently slow to reply or non-committal, he doesn't double text or beg, he simply reallocates his focus back to his own mission. The psychology: people are inherently drawn to what is self-contained. By chasing, you teach her that your attention is cheap and readily available. By leading you become a magnet. Your energy becomes the prize. The truth: if a woman is genuinely interested, she will show. Her actions are your answer. Your job is not to convince her, but to discern if she is worth your time. 3. Never prematurely reveal your depths. In the rush of a new connection, it's tempting to share your entire life story, your deepest fears and dreams, all in the first few weeks. This feels like intimacy, but it's often emotional dumping. The smart man's approach: he understands that true intimacy is a slow, strategic reveal, like turning pages in a compelling book. He lets her earn his story through her consistency, trustworthiness, and curiosity. The psychology: oversharing too soon creates two problems: it removes all mystery, and it can create emotional pressure, turning you from a potential partner into an emotional liability. It places a burden on a connection that hasn't yet been built to bear it. The power of patience: by revealing pieces of yourself gradually, you give her the space to wonder, to inquire, and to lean in. The stories you tell become more valuable because they were earned. 4. Never try to fix her. Your instinct to be her hero, to solve her problems and heal her old wounds, is a noble one at its core. But in the context of a romantic dynamic, it is a fatal error. The smart man's approach: he offers a supportive space, not solutions. He listens with empathy, but he does not take ownership of her issues. He maintains his own emotional center without getting sucked into her storm. The psychology: the fixer role is a parent-child dynamic, and it also makes you responsible for problems that are not yours to solve, leading to resentment and exhaustion. A better way: your role is not to be her therapist, but to be her rock. Show her what stability looks like by being stable. A woman in chaos doesn't need a savior, she needs a man who is so rooted that she can find her own footing. Never neglect your purpose for her. This is the side. You start dating, the chemistry is electric, and slowly, your world begins to shrink to fit her. The gym sessions get skipped, your business goals stall, and your friends see you less. Your purpose takes a back seat. The smart man's approach: his mission is non-negotiable. A woman is a wonderful addition to a life that is already full and meaningful. He integrates her into his world, he does not rebuild his world. The psychology: a man who abandons his mission for a woman signals that his core identity is weak. He is on a path, because his ambition, discipline, and passion are inherently attractive. The paradox: the more dedicated you are to your own purpose, the more she will feel compelled to be a part of it. She wants to join you on your adventure, not become the adventure itself. 6. Never compete for her attention. You see her talking